Hello everybody, it's Murialda here once again, and welcome back to a dragon. Yes! So, if you're new to the channel, or newish, you probably don't know, but I also have a collection of dragons. They were my original collection. I haven't really spent any money on it in the past 10, 20 years, but I still have them and I still like them. So I decided to bring this one out because, I mean, it's one of my favorite ones. I really like it. It has taken quite a beating because I used to live with a roommate and her cat used to love to knock it off the shelf and everything. So things have been broken. It's missing its nose horn and one of its other horns. But over here I've got a figure. And it's a dragon girl. Yes, my dragons need a female. They're getting lonely. So, and she kind of matches this one's color scheme. So that's why I brought this one out to look at. So yay. You may have learned something new about me, or you may have already known. You may be like, ooh, dragon. So we'll go ahead and put this one off to the side. And we got an Ami Ami box. So yeah. So this one, she's got a couple names, and good luck figuring out which one is supposed to be her real name. I saw a video about unboxing with her name spelled one way, and then I saw a picture with on the box with two different spellings and another spell. So it's just one of those things. But I'm happy. I hesitated to buy this one for a while because she was supposed to come out last month, which was a very expensive month. And then finally I said, fuck it. Which is how I get a lot of my figures. I just say, fuck it. So let's go ahead and get her open so we can see who she is. This figure also was not allowed on MSC for quite a long time. But they finally started allowing some Chinese companies. And she is a Chinese company's figure. So we've got the Ami Ami thank you card for September. It's a nice little Amiko as a magical girl. Spin around to the back and we get a little I can't think of the thing right now, but the Lunar Princess one, Kagehime, I think. So yeah, put that off to the side and we'll get the box open and depapered. So there we go. Okay, so this one is one that is spelled the other way, the original way. And then you look on the side of the box and it's got the other name, so yay. Get this out of the way. So, I am going to call this character Claritas, which is the new name that Ami Ami has her listed under. She is also known as Colidis. That was like her original name. But then we go over here and we see Claritas. So I like that name better, so that's what I'm going to call her. So again, Claritas, Colidis, it's the same character. So either Ryukishi Colidis or Dragon Knight Colidis, or Claritas Draco Bellatrix Feminina. So yeah. She's an original character based off of an illustration by CiteMer Liu, or however you say that name. She's a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by DCTer, but she was distributed in Japan by Plum. Claritas released in China on August 24th of 2023, but in Japan she came into stock on September 1st of 2023. I finally gave in and ordered her back on June 22nd of 2023. Paid for her on the 2nd of September. She shipped out on the 6th and got here today on the 7th of September. Claritas, Colidis, she was these days reasonably priced, a little expensive maybe, but 23,000 yen, or $165.88. So yay. There she is from the front. There she is from the side. They're using like a frosted plastic, so I don't know why. But there is the back showing a nice shot of her. You see, it says Claritas here. Over on the side. Back to the front. So if you're ever confused what name to call her, just do what I've been doing and just call her the Masochistic Dragon. Because she is a masochist. She likes to be ridden and whipped by the hero. And she's drooling. So yeah, that is the box of her. So let's go ahead and get her open. Again, I really don't know why they used like this frosted plastic for the window. It's a pretty heavy-duty box. It's corrugated cardboard. And you got the 3 seals. Go ahead and pull her open. Pull her out. Okay, she also has a couple bonus, well, a single bonus and instructions. Inside of the box, it's just like a reddish color with some gradients and lines and everything, and one of the bottom flaps is kind of creased and bent, so yay. There is no inner liner, so it's just printed onto the box. So there is Claritas in her blister box, blister packaging. So we'll go ahead and spin. There she is from the side, and the back, the other side, and then back to the front. The window is cut open so you can see her face. So instruction wise, she has instructions and she also has a postcard. So I guess we kind of, well, we don't need to open it because she's going to be easy to assemble and we don't need to pull the postcard out. But you can see her there. And these other 2 characters are getting the figures made of them as well. And this one we think, the theory is this one can ride on Claritas. We'll see. So the other bonus item is an acrylic standee. So you get the original artwork. I don't know why it says in. Maybe it's telling you to get in the saddle. And it's got CiteMer's signature. Not for sale. Copyright Mabel, DCTer, CiteMer. So let's go ahead and open this. Okay, and it's got plastic wrap on it, so it shouldn't be scratched or anything. Pop off the stand. So again, the stand has plastic on the bottom and top. And this can be a pain to peel off. Come on. I've got a few acrylic standees and it is a pain, but eventually you can get it to peel up and it looks a lot better. Come on. You can do it. You see, you've started. Riveting content, I know. Glad I didn't trim my nails today. So yeah. I tell you, that content, it was so riveting, I decided to pause so that I could get the plastic peel started. So, pull off the front, then we'll pull off the back. And I will say, as I started peeling plastic, it stinks. It's very stinky plastic, but you can see it looks a lot better. It's like transparent purple plastic now. And then we've got Claritas herself. Go ahead and peel the plastic off that. And I'm surprised, usually the official acrylic standees, the artwork is only on one side, but she is reversible, even though the signature and in would be backwards. See, now she says knee. But definitely looks better without the plastic. We'll go ahead and get her onto the base. And now she'll stand on her own, completely out of camera view. So it's a decent size, probably 6 inches tall or so. Well, maybe not 6 inches, but a decent size. But now we shall get to the main figure, because that's who we want to see, the Masochistic Dragon. So we'll go ahead and cut some tape. There we go. And now we'll go ahead and pop the blister open. Okay, she's also taped at either the top or the corners. There we go. So we'll get that blister off. Go ahead and pull out her base. So obviously it's taped shut in a baggie. It's a decent sized base, and it's kind of sculpted to look like a stone floor with a bunch of angular slabs and everything. It's got a big plastic peg here and then a smaller plastic peg there, so it is all plastic. On the bottom it says copyright Mabel, DCTer, and CiteMer, and then probably her name, which I can't read, and yay. And then you see the little outline of the rocks that she stands on, which are attached to her feet. So yay. Spin her around and we'll pull her out. So, come on. So she also has some little foam pieces to help protect things. And there we go, she is deplasticked. I'm going to set her down on her boobs because I think the hair and wings are probably going to be more fragile than the boobs. And we'll get the mess out of the way. And let's look at Claritas, or Colidis, or however you're going to say her name. The Masochistic Dragon. As you can see, she has a bit in her mouth, and she is drooling, and it's dripping down onto her boobs. Her eyes, she is blushing, and she has a lot of like eyeshadow around her eyes, and they're kind of little half-closed pleasured eyes. She has some nice pink hair, magenta-ish, and it's got lots of shading in there, and it's good sculpting. The tips are pretty pointy. DCTer is a pretty new company, so I'm just looking a little bit more closely. She does have long pointy dragon ears, kind of like elf ears. This one is very detailed. This one's a little less detailed in there. And then she has some horns, which are definitely at some interesting angles. She is wearing a purple bodysuit and a couple straps to hold her saddle on. She's got vacuum sealed belly button, but you can see all the stretching and folds of her of the fabric. There's lots of little gold accents on the buckles and everything. She is a very busty dragon, as you can see. She does have some shoulder armor on, and she also has gloves on. She is holding a collar, well, a leash, which is attached to a collar way up under her chin. But the gloves, they've got some gold on the knuckles and then black accents and black claws. And it looks like she has some, basically some cuffs or whatever on her wrists. And then on her ankles, they have a little chain on them, and the one piece is separate. So it does flop around. She does have pointy shoes on, high heels. And if we look, you can see her toes in there. So I don't think these shoes would be very comfortable. That's just my opinion. We do see the, I know what they're called. The stirrups. They are attached with a plastic strap, but they are it is a little bit flexible. It's nice, again, the gold paint. Going around to the back, we see that she is wearing a saddle. And I've seen plenty of people already have pictures of her on HPOI with like Figmas riding her. I thought about pulling out my Tamamo, but it's a pain to work with Figma, so I decided not to. She does have some nice wings, and you can see she's been in some battles, so there's some damage to the wings. But the bony parts are nice and undamaged. Tips are pointy, but they're not sharp, so it's not going to stab yourself unless you really push. And by that time, you're probably going to break the figure. She does have a shiny purple tail, metallic paint, with lots of scales and everything, and it comes to a nice tip with a little claw at the tip. We do see she's got the booty. So yeah, she's got a very nice booty. No camel toe or anything, so in my opinion, that's a good thing. She does have some straps around her thick thighs, and you can see the thigh squish. And again, a little gold buckle on both of them. Again, we get more details and wrinkles and folds of the bodysuit around her knees. Backs of the knees. She has some very thick, powerful calves. And then, like I said, she is standing on some crystalline stones and everything. So, yay. And back to the face. Yeah, she's got a very nice face. And you don't see very many drooling figures, especially where it's even dripping down onto her boobs. A lot of people, they first saw the face and they're like, oh my god, what's going on with her mouth? Not realizing that those are drool lines. So yeah, Masochistic Dragon. Looking at the bottom, we see that the foot in the front has the peg, and then the other one has the big, oddly shaped peg. So, let's see. She does stand on her own, but obviously I don't recommend leaving her like that because she can wobble and fall, and you don't want to break a figure by having it fall on you. So let's go ahead and get her pegged onto the base. Had to maneuver the legs just a little bit. That back one doesn't really want to... There we go. So I am noticing she does want to pop up on the back leg. So that may go away with time, but just be aware of that. She may not be the most secure on the base. But you can pick her up by her legs and it's fine. You can pick her up by the base and it's fine. Just don't tilt her much. Go ahead and put her on the turntable and tilt the camera back up. We'll do a spin and some zooms and everything. So there is Claritas or Colidis or Masochistic Dragon, Maso Dragon. According to the descriptions on like Hobby Search and stuff, she is definitely into S&M, and she likes to be ridden by the hero and whipped and everything. But if you're not the hero or she doesn't like you, she is very, very nasty. So yeah, she looks pretty good, and very, very tight bodysuit showing off her assets. We do see here it's kind of pointy, but not actually like a nipple pointy, kinda. I don't know how best to describe it, but you can't clearly see the nipple, but you can tell that it's there. And yeah, she does not. Be very careful with her when you move her around because she does not really seem to want to stay pegged to the base. But that's okay. I put my figures on display and they almost never move after that. So let's go ahead and do a zoom. We'll move the camera closer even and look at her face from a different angle. Let's see, maybe if we center it a little bit. Yeah, we can spin now and at least have her in frame. Focus on the face. Focus. She has very, very beautiful hair, I think. I like that color on her. And it is quite detailed. And even like the fringe line is non-existent as far as I can tell. She's got short hair, but the long twin tails, so I guess long hair. And the twin tails are wrapped around the bases of her horns, so it must be very long hair. I don't see any real paint flaws. There's probably going to be some if I look closer and everything, but just a quick glance through the camera, zoomed in, I don't see anything yet. But as it's all like one piece and it's just painted on, I'm sure there's going to be some. But like her saddle, it's got some shading there as well. The bodysuit, yeah, it's got some shading, like showing off her butt cheeks and everything, and her elbows. So she is quite detailed. And it's a kind of simple-ish figure, but not simple-ish. You don't have many dragon girls with their tails and wings. But it's not a, action type pose. But that's okay. And we'll just go down to her toes. Again, that can't be comfortable with the toes hanging out like that and just the super pointy shoes. It wouldn't feel good to get kicked by them though. So yeah, she is quite cute. I am happy with her. I'm glad I decided to pick her up. As a comparison, there she is with her acrylic standee. Looks pretty good. Good booty. And then, put that off to the side there. Bring her over here. So, I thought the colors would line up a little bit better, but not exactly. But there she is with this dragon. So, yay. He's happy he's got a big boobed masochistic girlfriend now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This figure, like I said, was one that I thought about for a long time and then finally decided to get, and she finally shipped out. And then the next day I got a notice that Toka and Kurumi are going to come into stock on Monday, the 11th. And then earlier this week I got a notice that Petunia is in stock, so I combined her with Toka and Kurumi. So I will be getting an invoice Monday or Tuesday, hopefully, and hopefully next week I'll have 3 figures. And then there's 2 more at Ami I have ordered, and 2 or 3 at Big in Japan I have ordered. So it may be a very figure-heavy month. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. She's a cutie. I am happy with her. I do wish she attached to the base a little bit more securely. That is really the only kind of flaw I see with this figure right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go ride me a dragon. Bye-bye.